Okay, so we're diving deep today into something I know a lot of you have been asking about, self-awareness.
Yes.
And we've got this excerpt that we're going to be pulling apart called The Art of Self-Awareness, Understanding Your Inner Compass.
Nice.
And I'm so excited to unpack this with you today.
Me too.
Because honestly, who wouldn't want to make better choices,
Right.
build stronger relationships,
Yeah,
and just feel more in control of their lives?
absolutely.
And I think that's really what self-awareness can bring to the table, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's so much more than just knowing if you like pizza or you like burgers, you know?
Right.
It's really about the core building blocks of you, like your values, your beliefs, how you react emotionally, what you excel at naturally, and even maybe where you struggle a little bit, you know?
It's so true. I think a good example of this is like, have you ever had a friend say something to you and it just like really gets under your skin,
Oh, yeah.
but like other people don't seem to be bothered by it?
Totally.
It's like, why is this like
Yeah.
hitting me so hard?
Right.
And I think that's where understanding your emotional triggers can be like
Totally.
such a game changer in how you respond.
Yeah, and just knowing those deeper parts of yourself, like we were talking about,
Right.
values,
Uh,
can have a huge impact on your decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. They're your guiding principles, the things that you hold most dear, whether it's honesty or creativity or a sense of adventure.
yeah.
They really influence everything from how you spend your time to even the big choices that you make in life.
You know, I was thinking about this and I had a situation recently where I was offered this job and it was like the dream job on paper. Like,
Hello?
this is everything I thought I should want. And,
Right.
you know, as I dug a little deeper, I realized that it clashed with some of my values,
Yeah.
like work-life balance and spending time with family. And I think because I had that self-awareness,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to say no to that opportunity.
Wow.
And it actually led me to a different path that's been so much more fulfilling.
That's an awesome example of how self-awareness
Yeah.
not just helps you understand yourself, but empowers you to make choices that really align with what matters to you.
Totally. So we're starting to see how this is important, but how do we actually cultivate self-awareness?
Yeah, so the source that we're diving into today suggests some really powerful tools.
Okay.
And one that really stood out to me was journaling,
Oh, yeah.
specifically a technique called morning pages.
I've heard about that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically writing 3 pages every single morning.
Okay.
Just stream of consciousness style, no editing. Just let everything that's in your head flow out onto the page.
I have to admit that sounds a little daunting, like 3 pages every day.
I hear you, but the thing about morning pages is it's not about perfect grammar or even profound insights.
Ooh.
It's really about just clearing out the mental clutter
Okay.
and creating space for that deeper self-awareness to emerge. And, you know, you can always start small, even just a few minutes each day, and you might be surprised what comes out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I know another thing the source talked about was mindfulness as a
Yeah.
key tool for self-awareness.
Yes.
What are some like practical ways people can incorporate that?
Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment,
Okay.
paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and even just your sensations without judgment.
Yeah.
You know, it could be as simple as taking a couple deep breaths before you respond to a really stressful email,
Oh.
or just noticing the feeling of your feet on the ground as you walk.
Yeah.
You know, it's about hitting that pause button
Right.
and creating some space between a stimulus and your reaction.
And I think that ties back to what you were saying with the emotional triggers.
Totally.
It's not about like suppressing them.
Right.
It's about like
Being aware.
being aware of them.
Yeah.
So you can choose how you respond.
Exactly. And there's also things like personality tests,
Oh, yeah.
like MBTI or Enneagram.
I love those, but I know they can be kind of controversial.
They can be, yeah.
What are your thoughts on those?
So I think they can be a really helpful starting point,
Okay.
but it's important to remember that they're just frameworks. You know, they
Okay.
can offer some insights into your tendencies and preferences, but they definitely don't define you completely.
Right.
So the real power, I think, comes from combining those insights with your own self-reflection and observation.
And I think something that's really important is feedback.
Yes.
Sometimes we need that outside perspective to see our blind spots.
Absolutely. Talking to trusted friends, family members, or mentors can provide really valuable insights into how other people perceive us.
Yeah.
And it's really all about being open to hearing different perspectives, even if they challenge our own self-image a little bit.
So we've got all of these tools for cultivating self-awareness.
We do.
But I think, as you said earlier, it's about putting that knowledge into action.
Yes, it's not enough to just know yourself. You have to use that knowledge to make decisions, to set goals, and to build a life that feels really authentic to you.
I love that. And there's some great actionable steps from the source that really help with this.
Totally.
And one that really stood out to me was the daily self-check-in.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just taking a few minutes each day
Mm-hmm.
to pause and reflect on your emotions, your thoughts, and even your behavior.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
can bring so much clarity.
It does.
Just asking yourself, like, how am I feeling right now?
Mm-hmm.
What's on my mind? What went well today? Where did I struggle?
Absolutely.
Another key takeaway I thought was the importance of like a personal mission statement.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds so formal,
I know.
but it's really just about getting clear on your core values and your big picture goals.
Exactly. It's like having a compass that helps you stay on track,
Yeah.
When you have a clear understanding of your values and what you're working toward, it makes it easier to make decisions that align with who you really are.
And I think lastly, there's that concept we keep coming back to about exploring emotional triggers,
Yes.
really being able to identify those situations or people that tend to evoke strong emotional responses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, it's a certain type of criticism or like a specific topic
Yeah.
that just like sets me off.
Right.
And understanding those triggers can allow us to respond more skillfully rather than just reacting impulsively.
Absolutely.
So we've covered so much today.
Yeah.
We explored what self-awareness is, why it's so essential, and some really practical tools
Mm-hmm.
for cultivating it.
Yeah.
And I think most importantly, we talked about how to put it into action
Yes.
to make more conscious choices, build
Mhm.
stronger relationships,
Uh-huh.
and navigate those challenges in life with a little more resilience.
For sure.
Now I'm curious, what's one small step you can take today to deepen your own self-awareness?
Yeah.
Is it trying out those morning pages?
Yeah.
Maybe practicing a few minutes of mindfulness?
Mm-hmm.
Or even just reaching out to a trusted friend for some feedback?
Great ideas.
Let us know what you discover on your journey.
Yes, we want to hear all about it.